Okay, so after choosing, okay, this is what I want to be known for. The next thing you need to do is to talk about is to come up with your brand message. Okay, so it's very easy for me to come when they ask me, Blessing, what do you do? I say I'm a personal brand strategist. That's some people won't even understand the term, but when you ask me what do I do, just like she wrote out, she said when she introduced me, I said I work with busy professionals to leverage their experience and their expertise for visibility, influence, and income. Okay, so through digital marketing strategies. Now that is a brand message. A brand message contains what you do, people you serve, and how you help them solve that problem. So the problem you solve, people who have that problem, and how you help them solve that problem. So it's okay for you to say you're a relationship expert, you're a fashion designer, you're a caterer, but you need to go take a step further to fully elaborate, because it's going to help you start creating content which comes on that credibility and building your brand visibility. So now, as a relationship expert, what is the problem you solve? Okay, what is the problem you solve? Is it helping people build healthy relationships, helping people get more involved in their relationship, helping people feel whole in their relationship? That is a problem. You need to pinpoint that problem. Then how do you who are the people that have these problems? Are you focusing on the single ladies or the single men? Are you focusing on married couples? This will also help you start create when you're creating content. Okay, then how do you help them solve that problem? Some people are coaches, they're relationship coaches. Some people help them solve the problem through their own personal experience, or through some people help them through emotional intelligence. Some people get professional knowledge. Some people study relationship in school and get a certification. So so you now say I work with, for example, I work with single ladies. That's your target audience. I work with them to let's say build healthy relationships. That is a problem you're solving, because some people are in toxic relationships. Okay, then through professional knowledge and maybe practical experience, that is a brand message. Of course it entails more than that, but I'm just giving you the basics. Okay, so that is your brand message, and for whatever field you're in, as a caterer, anything, you can use this technique. Who I work with Y, I work with X, sorry, to solve Y through Z. That is the XYZ. The X is the problem. What is the problem you're solving? The Y is who are the people that have these problems you're solving, and Z is how do you help them. So when you've been able to come up with that, the next step, you're not like, okay, you've gotten brand clarity. That is actually the first stage in brand. The next step, you now need to, okay, choose your platform, especially when you're launching out on social media. We have different social media platforms. Is it Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter? There are a lot of social media platforms, but you need to identify which platform is your target. Can you find your target audience? Okay. And then you go to that platform, leverage on it, optimize it, and then we can now start talking about your brand visibility, how to now get more people know you and what you do.
Okay, so something tells me that in some kind of way we've actually dabbled into the visibility already. Because if this is what I do, let me still use me as an instance. Okay, I'm a radio presenter, and then on the side, I just enjoy talking about relationship. Like I feel like there is a burden right there to help young people, have better relationships, come out of toxic relationships, and do it the right way. All right, that is it for me. That would be my XYZ. Or did I get the X?
Yeah, X. You said
young
X.
people. The Y
X is the yes, X is the people you
people?
Yes, then Y the problem you solve for them, then Z how you help them solve.
Okay, so
problem.
What I've not been able to talk about is how I would do it. So so beyond the experience or beyond the Bible knowledge that I have, I think I should also probably begin to source for other probably professional means and all of those things to really back this thing up. Now you've talked about visibility. For someone who has actually identified what it is that they do, a brand that they have, how can they really find like the best platform? I love how you mentioned you're doing this, you want to go out and make this research. This is where this set of people come together. So how can someone identify this is how I can sell, or this is how I can push my brand to the fore? How can I find that media, that social media platform? Yes. How can they identify that?
Okay, one thing that will help you identify it is to first of all know your target audience, because this is like the cocoa of the matter. Okay, you need to know, okay, these are if you're talking about single ladies, where are single ladies online? Okay. You can find them on Facebook, you can find them on Instagram. Okay. If you're a fashion designer and you know the people your target audience are people that love fashion, you should go to Instagram, of course. Okay. If you're focused on married people, you know that more married people on Facebook, than on Instagram.
Yes.
So that will help you. Another thing that will help you is, okay, who are the people that have been doing this? Who are the people that, because of course there's nothing new under the sun.
Yes.
There are people who are doing the same thing you're doing, but the only thing that they may not be doing it exactly how you are doing it. So that's what makes you different.
And that is even where the branding should even come in some more.
Yes, exactly. So you now ask yourself, okay, who are the people that are doing these things? Then find out what social media platform they are on and they are growing in. Because for them to stay there and for them to keep staying there, that means it's working for them. That means their target audience is there. And their target audience, your target audience as well. So find the people who are doing the same thing you're doing. Find the social media platforms they're utilizing and leverage on it.
And I also want to say that as someone who graduated with BSc Statistics, I also want to encourage you to see what you can do about research. All right? There's something we call a questionnaire. You could, draft something very simple, give out to friends, family, neighbors, everybody. Let them just help you decide. Do you think that more married people are on Facebook or on Instagram? I'm just giving this as an instance, but there are other probably heavy questions that you may want people, not like heavy because people don't even want to.
You can even do that with a pool, like
online
Twitter has
something.
a pool, Facebook has a pool, so you just put the options, anybody can just click, then everybody can see the results. 50%, 20%. So most times you don't even need to create a form, just create the pool and people will just.
So this goes a long way to tell us that things are moving from hard copy now to soft copy. Instead of you to print out and begin to give them, because that is waste of time and paper, and then some of them may even lose the paper. You could just share links and stuff. Anyway, that being said, let's still talk some more on visibility.
Okay.
I want to sell. I'm into electronics, okay? Not just in repairs, but I sell to people. So how do I get to my market? How do I get my product to the person who actually needs it?
Okay. Before you start talking about visibility, you need to put your house in order first. Okay, before you start telling people, come to my shop, come to my shop, come to my shop, you need to make sure your shop is in order first. And let me bring this shop to the online space. Before you start talking about visibility, you need to make sure that your profile is in order first. So we're talking about your profile picture. I highly recommend a professional profile picture. Your bio, that brand message, just put it as your bio. Your cover photo, you can design something and put there. Then if you're on Facebook, please, I can kneel down and beg you, please avoid people tags from appearing on your timeline, because it doesn't make you look professional. So someone is somewhere doing something else and they tag you and it appears on your profile. So as a visitor, if I come and I'm looking through what you do, before I find your post, I must have seen tens of other people's posts that doesn't concern you. So go and do that on Facebook. Just go to the settings and you'll be able to.
That can actually be very distracting. People could just, move away.
Yeah, because people are not patient enough to keep scrolling. So once you've been able to do that, you need to start creating content on your profile first. That's the first step to visibility, so that if you go anywhere else and people now come to your profile, they have something to judge you with. So start creating content. And how do you create this content? Create content around the problems of your target audience. As a fashion designer, a lot of people have issues in clothes. They don't know how to combine colors. They don't know how to style clothes. They don't know how to look classy on a budget. As a caterer, some people have issues with meal planning. Some people don't know how to combine certain. Some people don't know. There are a lot of issues in every field. So identify those problems and start creating content around it on your profile. Okay, so that when people come, they'll be like, okay, this is what she does. Then the next thing you need to do, especially if you're on Facebook, is to now find communities that have people who look like your target audience. Okay, so if your target is business owners, probably you're a digital marketer and you want to help business owners leverage digital media for visibility, make more sales, or probably you're a copywriter. What are Facebook communities that have business owners in them? Okay, so there's this Facebook community, building influential brands. We have heads that just look for these Facebook communities. They have a lot of business owners there. Join these Facebook communities. Don't just join these Facebook communities and stay there. Start creating valuable content, because when you create that valuable content, those content you're putting on your profile, put it on these communities. And when people see these communities, what they'll do is that they'll click on your profile and then add you up, and then you've been able to reach out to these people.
That's true.
So imagine you join a community of over 100,000 people, over 100,000, and you're consistent at creating content, valuable content, because they won't approve your post if your content is not valuable.
Okay.
So you're teaching them stuff. People love free stuff. They'll of course click on your profile and come to you. I remember I've gotten a lot of clients from different communities. Okay, so you need to join this. And another strategy I don't think a lot of people utilize well enough is comments. Those people that are doing the same thing you're doing, go to their posts and comment reasonably. So probably if someone says, okay, here are 5 ways to avoid, here are 5 things to do if you're in a toxic relationship, and then you read to them, you have something to add, you can go under the comments, add that thing. You're not telling people to add you, but definitely people will be like, okay, she knows something about this, let me add her as well. So that's another strategy. So comment reasonably. Go to the post of people who are doing the same thing you're doing, or people who have the same audience. Comment reasonably, react in such a way that you're not
in a reasonable way.
You're not telling people follow me, I follow back. That's not it. Comment reasonably that will make people want to come and follow you. So that's number 2. Number 3 is I know that some people may not be able to afford a website, which is one big way to increase your visibility on Google. But the one thing I want you to do just before you start applying these strategies, I hope you're writing them down. Google yourself. So write your name on Google and see the results you get. Screenshot those results. Then after applying these strategies for some time, go and Google yourself again. You'll be amazed at the difference. Okay, so let's go on. So I'm sure some people can't really afford a website, but if you can, I highly recommend that you get a website. But there's this free tool on Google that you can use to create a one-page website for yourself, and that is about.me. It's free. You can set it up within 5 minutes. You can set it up. So when people search for you, because many times when people hear about you, sometimes they don't go to social media, or even if they go to social media, they still come on Google.
Yes.
And they type Rhoda Francis. They want to see more about you. Okay. So that about.me, just go to about.me, you sign up, get your profile picture there, write a bio about you, a captivating bio, then put your contact information. So it could be your WhatsApp number, your Facebook profile, or anything. That is another way to increase your visibility. Another thing now, also as related to Google, is to blog. No, don't worry. I'm sure a lot of people are like, blogging. But don't worry, blogging is one massive way you can increase your visibility, especially when you're not just blogging for yourself, but you're blogging for other people as well. So there are businesses, there are people, there are communities that already have the people you want. They are around the same niche as yours, or they're doing the same thing you're doing, and they need people to come and write for them. They need people to come and put valuable content for them. So when you are able to do this, for example, if you just get 5 websites and decide, okay, I want to blog for you, and you're able to, let's say, deliver one content at least once in 2 weeks, when you're able to do that for like 3 months, when people search for you, all those content, especially if they are optimized, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about, if they're optimized, they will come up. You can see maybe the first page, second page of Google, people are still seeing you, and as much as it's increasing your visibility, it's also increasing your credibility, because you're posting valuable content
and
there.
People are seeing, oh wow, for this person, or maybe this has worked for this other person who is actually commenting and stuff.
Exactly. So you're increasing your credibility, you're increasing your visibility, and people will want to contact you. So look for websites, look for brands that are, some people actually get paid for this, but I think most times when people get paid, they remain anonymous. Okay, but if you don't want to be anonymous, and you reach out to these people, tell them my name has to be there, my profile has to be there, so that when people search for that thing, it will come up. Okay, so another thing is SEO, search engine optimization. So make sure that you use keywords that people will want to search for when they come, because someone can search for the same thing, but if your article is not optimized, it can be at the last page,
and no one has that strength.
No one has that strength to keep going there.
Yeah.
Another thing is to start a podcast. You're a relationship expert. You can just record with your phone, teach us something about relationships, put it on a podcast platform named Anchor. Is free, and these people will also distribute your podcast to different other podcasts, over 10 podcasting platforms. And guess what? Once people search for you, that podcast will surely come up, along with the ones in different platforms.
Okay. Wow.
Another one is a YouTube channel. You can use you don't need to wait till you have it all figured out. You can use your phone, record something, make sure the lights and everything is okay, then upload it on YouTube. YouTube always pops up when people say, especially if your YouTube channel is your name. So imagine on your podcast you're talking about relationships, on your blog post you're talking about relationships, on your YouTube channel you're talking about relationships, and
that's the consistency you talk about there.
Yes, and all these things pop up when people search for you. It increases credibility and visibility. Another thing is to organize free trainings. People love free stuff. So you can teach instead of just posting content on your wall in groups. You can get this content together, put a structure around it, and teach.